Hi everybody, great to see you today. Sharon here from Mind Healing Harmony, and I'm presenting another video today on how to find your light and how you can and what you can do to achieve that, and what I've done to help myself to achieve that during my lifetime. Now fortunately, all of us are actually born with light, and it's pretty much from the time we're born till we're probably about 6, 7, and we start going to school, that things begin to change, because there's a lot of programming going on in the world with how they want to educate us and how they want us to think and what they want us to do and how they want us to do it. So in order to change that, what we need to do is do a lot of spiritual awakening when we are more mature aged or as we're growing up, so that we can change that mold and think for ourselves primarily, and not have anyone else thinking for us who's in a governmental or in an educational type environment that gears us up ready to go into the workforce or into certain institutions and situations where we will not have control of our future, our lives, what we want to do, and we will lose the ability to know who we are and what we are aiming for in life. And it can take a long time to be able to find that again. And that is obviously something that happened to me. And I have worked extremely hard for probably the last decade, learning about myself, trying to figure out what's really been going on in the world, why I felt that things weren't quite right here, that there's something really badly wrong with the situation and with the way that the world's developed, and how materialistic things are, and how we have to work so hard. How when my parents had myself, there was one parent working, and the mother could stay at home with the kids and reassure them and teach them exactly what they wanted their belief systems to be, even though you still went to school. They saw you after school, whereas these days kids go to daycare. In the daycares, they are owned and operated by other people. And then your kids go to school, which are owned and operated by governments and institutions. And then after school, they go back to the daycare again to be taught by other people some of the things that our parents and their parents before them would have been teaching their children themselves. So it's really quite interesting where the world's gone and what's been happening. So what I'm going to talk about is how to help you to find your light and reconnect with that part of yourself that's, you could really call it your inner child as well as your inner light, that we have lost as we have gone through life and transitioned into sort of being programmed, because you're so tired by the time you get home from work. You just want to sit on and watch television, and you're virtually hypnotized, because television actually is vision, but it's not your vision, isn't it? Somebody else's. And so they're going to feed you what they want you to learn, what they want you to know, and what they want you to do. So we really need to be aware of what information we're bringing in and what information is coming out of ourselves as well in our words, because our words are very powerful. So I've written down a few notes because I haven't done this before. Most of mine are just straight off the cuff, but there are some things that I really wanted to mention that may help you. So first of all, I started doing affirmations consistently, pretty much 5 days, 6 days out of 7. And I've been doing that now for 18 months. And since I've been doing that, I have found it extremely beneficial to my life and to my state of mind and my emotional state, especially with what's been going on in the world, and to keep yourself in a really good vibration energy-wise, which is important for us when we are working in our day-to-day lives, and it helps us to achieve a better environment and be able to connect with people in a better way. So affirmations is something that I use all the time, and in the next video I will go through some affirmations that I use, and I'll leave a gap there, and then if you want to be able to say those back to yourself in the car or wherever you are, I usually do them, my affirmations, in the car on the way to the gym in the morning. And my affirmations go for maybe 10 to 12 minutes, and they're affirmations that really can change your life. And remember that everything we do is about what we attract to ourselves. So it's about what we attract. So what we're thinking in here is what's happening out there. All right? So if you're thinking that your life is crap, it's going to be crap. If you're thinking that life's wonderful, you need to be patient, and it will become wonderful. I can promise you. So affirmations is something that I've been doing for a really long time. Another thing is that I have a vision board, and at the beginning of every single year, I write down what my visions for that year are, and that includes all different subjects, including health, success, saving money, trips I'd like to go and travel on. If I've got anything I want to do around the house, jobs around the house, you might want to fix up your garden, you might want to do some painting. They're all things that we need to do, because we as people need to feel and have confirmation that we're achieving something. It's just a natural progression of life. I usually have a list every day, and if I finish my list, I go, yahoo. If I don't, not to matter, there's always tomorrow. So that's something that I do, is have a vision board. So you may like to look that up online and have a look at the vision boards that people do, and see whether that may be something that you may like to start off, maybe from the 1st of July this year. The next thing is meditation. I meditate also 5 days out of 7, and I meditate to many different YouTubers. But you can also, after you've created the art of meditation and not falling asleep while you're meditating, which is pretty much what you do when you start, because, well, you have to concentrate and you have to really be able to stay awake. And sometimes you might be tired and you'll go to sleep. Now, don't feel badly if you do, because that's a natural progression when you're meditating. And it's something that takes time. So be patient with yourself and be kind to yourself when you're meditating. Maybe just do a really short meditation to start off with. And as you know, I did a meditation on one of my previous videos, which I'll put a link to down the bottom of this video. And you can take a look at that and see whether you'd like to do that. It's one I used to do with kids. It's pretty simple. It's only about 5 minutes. And it's a really good starting point, so you know what you're going to need to work towards. The other thing is to make sure that you're going outdoors every day. Make sure that you have the ability to either walk your dog or go for a walk with your husband or wife. It doesn't even matter if it's in the evening, but during the daytime is really good, or early in the morning if you have that ability to do that. But just to get outside and spend some time outside, even if you're doing it in a lunch break when you're at work, take your shoes off, get outside in the sunshine, or just go for a walk and get some fresh air. You're just going to feel a lot more energized, and it's going to make you mentally and emotionally feel a lot better. And another thing that I do, and I've always done ever since I was 17 years old, I've gone to the gym. And yes, I used to be a gym junkie. But I really feel that not only in the physical sense, but also in the emotional sense and mental sense, that the gym has really helped me when I've really gone through some hard and difficult times in my life, because all of us have times in our life when we don't feel like we're going to cope. But amazingly so, I've found that the gym has helped me to get through those times, and some have been really, really tough. And I've learned also that life's just about, there's a problem and there's always a solution. So just remember, when something crops up in your life, that there's always a solution to the problem. And maybe later I'll talk to you about how you can work on some really good solutions to problems that you may have in your life, and it may help give you some direction and strategies that you may be able to use. So that's about finding your light. So if you go through all those things, they're all things that actually re-energize us as human beings. And of course, the last thing is to make sure you're getting enough sleep at night so that your body repairs itself, because our body repairs itself the most at night when we're in a sleeping state, okay? So think about that as well, because we really need to. Now, things that take your energy away from you, in other words, your light and your energy, are things like gaming, anything that has to do with PlayStation and TV. They're drawing energy from you. Same with alcohol, coffee. Yes, I'm guilty of having coffee too. I have one a day. It's my little naughty, but hey, I love my coffee, so I just have one. Everything else is herbal tea. So, think about what makes you tired, at night time, when you're in a dark room, when you're in the office at work. Just see, just be aware of how your energy is feeling and, try it out. Be in your office and then go out at lunchtime, go for a walk, sit in the park, be with the birds and have the wind in your hair and the sun on your body and see how you feel. And then the next day, be at work and stay inside for lunch and see how you feel. You're probably going to feel a little bit suffocated and tired and lethargic, but when you've been outside, you can go back to work and you're re-energized and ready to crack on until finishing time. So they're just a few ideas that you may find that help you. Remember, I want you to work on what are you aware of that's taking your energy away, which is also conflict with other people or other things, and what makes you feel good and what's giving you energy out there. Okay? Well, I'd like you to, if you'd like to subscribe to my channel and hear more, and I'd love to help you because that's why I'm here and that is my calling. And if you like what you heard today, please click the like button and leave me a comment because I would love to hear your thoughts. I am a very willing person to listen to everybody's comments and what you have to say, and then just maybe I can help you by doing a video that may help you with something specific to do with you. So take care and have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.